3s actually. In the top left, we do have the STC playing Protoss. And in the bottom right, it is Wayne. So it's PVZ here. I was mistaken. I thought this would be, he would be playing Terran. So he's playing Protoss, and we are on Troy here, of course, which is the massive Giga Chat Super Assimilator I want to play Island Maps map. So it's a crazy map. Wayne could use that to his advantage, I feel like. Okay. Let me quickly follow that probe. I need like a minute or two. Okay. So the STC does find his opponent here, Mr. Wayne. Now this also does look a little bit like a SE2 setup here. But I mean, you're playing against the SE2 race, so maybe this makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure. Just going into a very fast tech opening here. Let's see what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a Stargate. That's interesting. So I don't know if we still have the scout challenge in. There was a scout challenge. Yes, you hear me correct. There was a challenge where people would make scouts and win maps with that. There would be an extra price pool for that. So I'm not sure if that was still alive in this thing, but he could just go Corsair. Then again, like, why would you go Corsair? It does prevent mutas, so that's cool. But like SC2 Zerg don't really play mutas. I mean, they're just weaker than the SC brutal mutas. It feels like, even though they have that crazy regen. Like, they're better for like hitting in and going out, but they're not good at fighting. And look at that, it's indeed a scout. So he's playing a scout war here. And of course, scouts, don't underestimate their air versus air or air to air. They're even better than Corsairs. They don't deal any AoE, but they can snipe air targets crazy fast with those double missiles. They deal like massive damage. And we do have a Forge follow-up. There might just be the one scout. It might just be one scout. It's gonna be a Citadel follow-up. We'll have to wait and see. Those are insanely expensive. There's no upgrades for those on the way. So he's not producing anything from... he's not making a fleet beacon here, which has like vision range and speed, I want to say, for scouts. He's making a second one though, but there's no further commitment down the line here for those. There's no air upgrades. There's nothing really that's saying, alright, we want to make a bunch of scouts and use that as our main unit. And he's just coming in with the scout. He's gonna see if he can find that overlord kill, and look at that. Look at that DPS. Anti-meta missiles. They're pretty crazy. And he only loses the shields here. Now he runs into the second queen, loses a little bit more. But he gets one overlord, and he gets a second one here, potentially out on the map. He does have one more scout coming across the map right now. Yeah, that overlord is gone. No transfuse ready here. Overlord dead. He needs to pull out though with the scout. He does not want to lose that one. And he will come back and grab that overlord close to his base. Gonna make a third scout. Really? Should complete start that zealot lags already. Kind of want to get that started, bro. Maybe he was waiting actually for the money on the Temple Archives. Not starting that one either. He does not have a pylon finishing up. There we go. Fine. He's supply blocked. But I feel like not getting zealot lags is definitely a mistake at this point. He's peaking quite a bit of money here. And already making so many zealots feels like, yeah, man, you want to get those zealots. Look at the scouts tickling the Zerglings. Kind of funny. They should have the acceleration mechanics, but maybe they don't. They're trying to recreate a lot of things. They feel a little bit sluggish, to be honest. I mean, look at how good they are at killing the queen, man. The triple scout here. And we do see the Templar archives. Just tons of gates. Crazy, man. Crazy production here. Can he catch that drone? He can indeed. Scouts to the job here. Okay, let's see if I broke my laptop or if it's gonna work out. It continues the installation. I hope it does. Oh, it should do. Hydras. Oh, wait, oh. Yeah, Windows setup. That's correct. Ooh. Okay, I finally made it happen. Oh, DTs. DTs. So, I think one amazing thing about this strategy is you have like 3 scouts, right? I think he lost a few. He lost 2. Okay, so the amazing thing which I was about to say about the strategy is you have 3 scouts, right? So you can actually snipe overseers insanely fast with those. If you get on top of overseers, the DT defense is basically unkillable. You are not gonna die anytime soon if you have some DTs at home. This army, if they clash, the Protoss army should just run over this. It does not have Zealot legs, but that's only 2 seconds out and it's gonna just finish in time here to charge on top of those Hydras. But he does come in a line, which is not gonna help him much. Those DTs though starting to slice at those guys here. He doesn't need that scout though, he doesn't need to kill these overseers. That's why you really wanted to have that and keep those triple scouts alive here. Now, Mass Zealot just coming in on that 3rd base. Can he break the 3rd? He's kind of just dislodging the armies with the DTs, but he already pulled back the DTs, so kind of funny to see here. Can he snipe enough units here at that base? It doesn't seem like that's the case. Some nice micro there on those cocoons is gonna save these roaches. And a lot of Zealots, like the army has been split up. A lot of Zealots are just kind of not really donated, but they're traded out for not that much of value. And Hydra and Roach Force is across the map. Now this is some nice value if he can kill a bunch of the drones, but Roach Link should be enough to deal with the Zealots again. He does have +2 though, that's quite a powerful upgrade here already. Upgrade lead. We don't have Storm yet, it is done in like... It needs like 10 more seconds or something. Yeah, 15, and he's even going into the Maelstrom. He wants to make a Dark Archon with those Dark Templars. But in the end, he has the Storm now. Can he push back this army first? That's a big Storm. Oh man, that's a big Storm. He does have 1 more in the pocket, but he does not have enough. Oh, there's actually no right now in that pocket. The Templar still needs 2 more energy here. And this Templar also has not the energy ready. He's casting the Storm, but already the units are split up here. DT is trying to fight, but it's just not enough, and it feels like this should be over here. No Reavers. Is that a mistake? Is that a mistake in this matchup that you cannot make? No Reavers. Hydra Roach just simply enough to push through here and kill the base. I mean, there's nothing really left here for the STC. They have all of the maps. They don't only have Troy, by the way. But they also have Troy. Now he's starting to push this back, but with 1 wave of reinforcements, it's gonna be an easy push over here for Wayne. And he's even going into high attack. He's going into an evolution chamber to probably get some damage upgrades at this point. Because trying to catch up in the armor against a already done +2 feels like a very long effort. And Zealots is still trying to wreak havoc here, but 10 drones on the way. There's no queens ready to inject. That's a little bit of an issue here. He only has a couple, really. And he could have closed this off, but that also means that he cannot use this as a production facility, right? So SC2 units are so slippery, indeed. Now the STC, I feel like he's just doing this a little bit too slow. One expansion is not gonna save you, he needs a double expand, and he just didn't do it. I mean, as the SCC, you can expand here and close this off, honestly. I feel like with that scout opening, if you would have kept the scouts alive, right, you kind of could have forced yourself to be very powerful on an island. Templars are lagging behind here, ready for a storm, but the Hydras are not. Now he's gonna fight on creep here, that means Storm is gonna be even more dodgeable. He needs to throw down the first Storm very early there, unfortunately. He does have another Storm ready in the pocket. He's gonna throw it down, pretty good location, third Storm coming down here. Only 2 more Storms left if I see this correctly. One, make it the last one. He needs to throw down one on the roaches on the right. It doesn't work out, he doesn't really have it. He used it on the bottom. And in the end, 2 Archons against a bunch of roaches. Not sure. Really not sure. 36 damage is quite nice, but it's just not enough. It's just 2 units against the rest of the world. Wayne is gonna get the first W here. Now we go into Pylon. And Wayne will play SC1 Zerg. Now we need to have like some new names for this. I'm just gonna call him Zerg 1 and Terran 2. It's just such a mouthful each time. Okay, so in the bottom right we do have the SCC playing as Terran 2, and in the top left we do have Wayne playing as Zerg 1. Now, the SCC swapping over to his main race Terran. Can he win against Wayne though? I feel like Wayne should be more powerful if they would go up against each other in the normal SC2 client. But this is not SC2, it's SC EVO, so maybe the SCC has something up his sleeve. Of course, being a former professional player, he used to play in GSLs, he used to have good runs at DreamHacks, at IP, oh god, how are they called? IPS? I don't know. IPLs, I think. And yeah, he had a couple of round 4 finishes overseas. Did some pretty nice finishes there. But in the end, he never really had that big of a dent in the GSL itself. I think he only made like round of 16s, which was impressive at that time, to be honest, because it was so insanely competitive. I glanced over some names from 2016 even yesterday, and we had a lot more players there. There was such a big round of Code A and everything around there. So yeah, there was a lot of people playing this game comparatively to now in Korea. And yeah, I mean, that's almost 10 years ago at this point, right? So it's been a while. And the STC was one of the early players. 2012 was kind of his peak, 2011, 2012, so Wings of Liberty really. But he was a high-end, high-profile professional. Played in the team leagues as well. Was playing for the OGs, old generation gamers. The clan OGS, if you remember. 2 Marines. I'm gonna find that Overlord here. Nice pick. And he will fall back behind his wall. There's a factory coming here up very quickly. But Wayne is powerful now. Wayne is playing with all of the new champions. He's playing in Europe. He's duking it out with Serral, he's duking it out with Showtime, he's duking it out with MaxPax, he's duking it out with Clem, he's duking it out with Gabe, with Big Hero Marine. He's playing with some of the best players on a daily basis, and the SCC simply is not, so he should be the more skilled at this very moment, in my opinion. the STC definitely some more experience under pressure and in offline events, right? So that's something you simply just have to give to him for a very simple fact, because Wayne has never really been to that many big offline events yet. A little bit of an online warrior. Might be travel restrictions or age restrictions or money restrictions, I'm not sure, but simply is the case as a matter of fact, so not to be ignored. Oh, this is an early armory. This is gonna be a Hellbat push, potentially. It's interesting though, this should be a Hellion drop, but what really are you doing with the armory? So he might just drop in the Hellions into the, so to kind of circumvent those sunken colonies, right? And then, oh, and so he basically just elevators up. And I think that's gonna be it. Hellbats, he's even gonna make a Liberator. This could be a very powerful timing. I feel like you don't really want to hit the front because there's 2 sunken colonies. You don't need to fight them. You can just go into the heart of the tech. The medivacs are so fast, right? Why is he doing this here? I'm not sure. This is out of vision. He's just pushing the front. I feel like it's a big mistake, right? Why would you do it? If you can just... I mean, he can micro into the medivac. He can dodge the shots. He's not going to save the second firebat here. But this is looking very powerful. He can just break down the front as well, it seems like. There was not enough scouting going on from Wayne. He didn't have the information. He didn't have a Ling in front of the base here from the STC. So he only sees this literally when it hit his natural. And that's a little bit too late. He doesn't have the capabilities of reproduction here. He doesn't have queens to defend. And I feel like him trying to rush this Mutalisk, it's just not... It was just too slow. And now we have the Hellbats fighting drones. And that's when you know you're desperate. Oh my god. Even the mutas trying to kill these marines. They are gonna kill all of the marines, man. Those mutas are powerful, but in the end, I mean, you wanna make a couple into Hellions, I feel like, and just chase these drones because there's literally nothing left. A marine and a liberator are probably gonna be enough to kill that last mutalisk. The marine should also shoot the muta. GG is gonna be cool. That's such a weird ending. But we're looking at a 1-1 situation here. That was a funny ending. I feel like though, if you immediately pop elevator into the main base, you don't even have to fight the sunken colonies. You have even more units survive your push, and you just completely wreck the tech before it gets ready. Now, the next map is gonna be Sylphid, and we are gonna be looking at Protoss 1 versus Zerg 2 here, I feel like. We have a quick confirm. Yeah, that's in fact the case. So let's see if the SCC can make it happen this time with Protoss 1 here. And in the bottom right, it is Wayne with Zerg 2. That is so much more comfortable than saying. Have fun, have fun. Are we gonna see... Are we gonna see a robo opening this time? Is it gonna be the scout opening again? Okay, let me quickly check if this installation is going on correctly here. I don't want to install Windows 7 and Windows 10 on the same machine. Would be insane. I hope they formatted it. I don't feel like it formatted correctly though. But gonna see in a moment here. So we do have a proxy hatchery going down here on that natural base, and that's an issue because there's only a 1 gate opening here for the SCC. Is he gonna throw down a forge? He's gonna pull some probes, of course they can, you can deal with this like you would in StarCraft 2. And he does have the Zealot assisting in that damage as well. Let's see. Give me a moment here. Okay, so apparently it did not kill the Windows 10. I'll probably have to kind of trick that out of the thing. Should have formatted that one. I'm not sure why I didn't. Maybe I need to reinstall again. But oh, it got stuck. So it gets stuck on these Zerg cocoons, and that's a little bit of a mistake here by Wayne. Should have mineral walked. Now we can get the Nexus, but we will actually produce a pylon first because he's gonna be supply blocked. I feel like getting the Nexus first and just like he's not producing anything anyways, right? I feel like getting that Nexus down first would have been a priority here. He's trying to get a shuttle, but it's supply blocked, so yeah, even that. Cancel Nexus. And now you could have put down that shuttle again, right? It's like the same timing. Few mistakes here by the SCC for sure. He's trying to grab that Overlord. I feel like this is more like an Overlord poking force. Maybe he can get a Queen, but he shouldn't really be able to get in on any Ling amounts. And there's a bunch of Lings here. Oh, he's just walking. A little bit of move command. It's gonna cost him basically that army. The Dragoon did kill the Overlord, but it's not gonna stay alive, I feel like. It's running. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. If it would have kept walking. Oh my god, he's so greedy. He snipes the low Zergling. I mean, those don't have speed, so he can actually walk back to the entrance and be safe. That's kind of crazy. This is Zergling's FFS. Now the shuttle is here to provide that high ground vision. The Dragoon can be saved in the shuttle, please. The acceleration is so slow. Oh my god, he almost lost it. Can't believe it. Oh. Yeah, please just use the high health Dragoon. There we go. And Reaver on the way this time. Shield battery on the way. So Reavers are basically the ultimative anti-ground weapon that Protoss can produce here. Gonna try to snipe that Overlord. You can do one more trick here. And that's gonna be it. He does pay with a lot of health, but he does get the Overlord, which is nice. Shield batteries are gonna recharge those Dragoons here. And that's gonna be shuttle speed here, 50%. Now Wayne is going into more and more of his high attack here. He does have the Hydralisk Den on the way. The lair is finished up. The third base is starting to be saturated, but this might be an issue. There's no air units. There's only Lings, and Lings don't fare that well against a Scarab. I mean, the Queen is here to push back the shuttle, but look at that. And he even gets that creep chip. that's like the worst trade for the Protoss. He pays with money to kill off energy. One more shot is gonna do the trick, man. Those Queens, no way. Crazy, man. Why would he ever do anything but a Reaver? Reavers are so powerful. Just gonna go onto the X. It does, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately for Wayne, those Hydras did not morph yet, so they weren't just killed off instantly. But yeah, grabbing a second Reaver, I feel, would be a very good choice here for the SCT. He already has it, beating me to it here. Already has it, it's gonna pick it up. And we do see a Spire, and I feel like that's a good call. But what are you gonna make, right? You can make Corruptors, you can make Mutas. I think Mutas should be your natural choice in this case, just because they also can go harass. He needs to make more Scarabs in that Reaver. Ooh, that looks so painful. It's crazy. Oh my god. Good positioning though by Wayne, I have to say. But it's not gonna save his units. Oh! So he almost got rid of that, actually. And what is the STC making behind this? He's just... He's just making Dragoons. And now going into Zealots. I don't think he has Zealot legs. He doesn't even have Dragoon range. What is he doing? That's weird. That's definitely a mistake. So this should be with Dragoon range. It's not, so they're actually super clunky. They only have 6 range. This should have 7 range. They're basically glorified roaches at this point. And there's 11 mutas on the way. How's this gonna end? This might be even Wayne going for a counterattack. There's nothing really protecting the base. And the SCC, is he gonna decide to come back? Oh my god, he's actually coming back with a shuttle. He has no Reaver at home. He's producing one now, but he was definitely not anticipating this move here by Wayne. Can he kill all of the mutas before the mutas do? Oh my god. Look at that. 3 are stuck at this point. It's insane. Oh no, man. If he wins this game with 3 oh my god, those Reavers are kaput. 1 is gonna survive. Oh no, he's shooting at the wrong targets. He needs to shoot the Hydra cluster. He does not get the connection. If he wins this with 4 stuck Dragoons here, we say hat off in Germany. Hood up. Impressed. Now, Wayne could do him a favor and kill this 1 pylon here. And he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna do it. Now this does unpower, but he will open the path for 2 more Dragoons. If the unpower does eventually stop at any time soon. Dragoons are actually quite good against mutas, I have to say, man. Surprisingly strong. But it's a bunch of mutas. He's getting his +1, and this is not denied. He does find the Spire, but he's got to target the Spire now. This is not going to be fast enough. And already making more hatcheries across the map here. No probes out on the map. There's no probes left even. If he makes a probe, he cannot remake the Nexus or any Nexus at all. I feel like the writings on the wall here is just not enough Dragoons, in my opinion. He's gonna kill the Spire. That's a good tech reset, but there's still that... the pool is still alive, so the spawning pool. So you have to win with what you have right now. He's gonna cancel those stuck Dragoons. So he does get a little bit of extra money. He did manage to make a probe and sneak it out, actually. Now, can he kind of save this himself? Oh, the mutas do find the probe. He does see the probe. Why is he not going for the probe? I'm not sure. There's 1 more probe. He's actually making pylons because he's supply blocked at this point. But yeah, mutas just going on top of those Dragoons. It's just too many here. And the writings on the wall for the STC. Wayne is gonna win this series. GG.